Right then, guys. Now, it's not Madge usually boxing around with graffiti in the background in the normal DKU shop. But guess what? We're still in the DKU shop. But today, we're in the Stig's Cave. The Stig's Cave. As in the background, you could see, this is where the magic all happens, right? This is where it all happens, guys. So we're going to go back to basics as from the first episode. We're going to move on to so many other episodes just to let you guys know how DKU works every day and what development goes on in your exhaust system in the background. So today we're going to be talking about silencers, how they're made, produced, and what makes us so different to the rest of the market, right? So guys, if you follow me, I'll show you exactly what's going on. Right, as you can see, right, we got a nice little neat little workshop. The Stig generally bees here with these little disciples, as always, developing. You can see in the background there's a lot going on. We manufacture generally 99% of what we do. Besides the tips that you see in the background, which are pre-bought, which we're not really getting in development with. Besides that, the whole manufacturing is done here. You got industrial equipment here all around us in order for us to sort of prepare that exhaust system that you require. Okay, so today's video, like I said, guys, it's going to be more about silencers. So, how does a silencer work? What does it do? And what's the benefits? Now, generally, when we get a quote coming through the door, a custom quote, when we are quoting, I talk about the sound, how people want it to sound like, okay? And based on sound, I then start designing the dimensions, the lengths, the widths of a silencer. So, typically, the first question I get asked, I want it loud. Okay, then no problem. Right, guys, we'll get it loud. So, we look at the make and model of the vehicle, what it could do, and without, all this industry experience in my life that I have, I generally design something to suit the client, to customize it to suit how and whenever they want that, however they want it designed. He can't help it, can he? You can't help it, can he? You just can't help it. I know this is yours, Stig, right? But I need to let the viewers know, who are big fans of yours as well, right? So let's just go equal ground, right? Exactly what you do. Do you mind me doing that? You don't mind me doing that. See what I mean? He's just... Can you leave? Can I talk? If you could talk, I'll let you tell him. So can I just carry on my video? Right, guys, let's ignore him. Because if he could talk, we know he'd be doing the talking, wouldn't he? And instead of all of this. Right, anyway, guys, moving on. So typically we get the phone call, ask the question what you could do for us, and we ask the question how loud you want the exhaust system, or how would you like the exhaust system to sound? Different variations, different cars, different style of people. Are you, what's your platform? Who are you? Are you a single person? Do you like loud cars? Do you not? Neighbors, children, wifey, everything's included into the quotation. So the guys that already know of us, they know that we ask a million questions. That's right. We don't just type it down keyboard warrior style. We pick up the phone and we want a one-to-one discussion with you. But okay, let's move on to how the silencing works. So typically, right, size of the box is how quiet the vehicle is. Now, you see our different variations that you see here that we do, and many more in the background. So if I start taking all of them out, guys, I'll be here all day. But I'll give you the most common differences. Now, this is what we call our oval silencer. It's all in 304 stainless, 316. Okay, it's made accordingly to how the dimensions that we want. In the background, you see loads of different end plates that are also we have pre-designed, and they come to us with punched in holes. And soon enough, we'll be doing that ourselves in-house. Okay, we insert that into the equation, into the silencer. Into the silencer on one side, we insert something called a perforated tube, okay, and we add the wire wool to it. But let's go in reverse just slightly. So first and foremost, me and the guys, we develop on the silencer the requirement of the client and how he or she wants it to sound like. So the development of the box, big, small, or big length, width, all depends on what the client wants and what can compensate inside the area underneath the tunnel of the car. So that's important. Okay, then once we worked out the width, we then find out the dimensions of the bore sizes. So you could have a single outlet, you could have an offset outlet. There's so many different variations in what you could have. Okay, so somebody probably want a twin tip setup. There'll probably be an old school BMW who has a middle box that requires a twin, 2.25, 1 3/4, 2 inch. So many different variations in bore size. So that's important, right? So that's what we do here to make sure we're looking at bore sizes, silencer sizes, big, small, everything kind of works. Once we've worked out, let me just grab that again. Excuse me, it's dusty in here. Once we worked out the sizes and dimensions and how we're going to design the silencer, for example, this one, or even the round one, which is typically very easy to do. I'll get you an end plate. Well, this is more of a bullet box, so bullet boxes, we'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, moving on to this conventional, the premium silencing sort of style, the oval style. Once we worked out the dimensions, we then move on to put it all together. So first and foremost, the guys cut the perforated tube to the size. So this is typically would be cut down to the size, okay? And then we add something called wire wool to the equation, okay? Once this process has been taken place, the guys start developing the box on the one side to the second side. Now, there is a lot going on inside the box as well, depending on the client and what he requires. A lot of development, chambers, non-chambers, anti-drone. All of this is development here at DKU that we've learned over the years how to design silencers, you know? So once this part of it, so once we get up to the wire wool, play it all back together, put the cover on the one side, and then we slip it over on the opposite side. For example, if we were to say with that in there and that underneath, and we fill it in with the magic. But we'll talk about that some other time. Right, so it's all fully wadded in with certain products that we use, and it's all then put together. And that's how the development starts. Now, that is the same that what we use for all our round ones as well. Generally, the 4-inch round is used for the middles, then we got the 5-inch, and then you have the 6 inches, so you have different variations in sizes. Yet again, we have the end plates in the background, right? Different sizes accordingly to the different bore sizes that and the silencers, that these are all made to measure depending on what the client wants. And just not to forget the bullet silencers. These are hand designed silencers yet again, right? These are to give you the space underneath the car where you need it. Generally, we use them for very high performance vehicles to get the flow in and out and give it to the edge for droning purposes, RASP and the likes of all of that. You've probably seen it on our R8 that we've designed a lot of these for the high performance vehicles, but these are what we call bullet boxes that we make also in-house. Now guys, so far, that's the development of a box. Now, what does the box actually do inside? Okay, so we show you how it's all developed. Now, silence. Like I said to you at the start of the video, it's how big the box is how quiet it gets. The smaller the box, the louder the car. The bigger the box, the bigger the drum. The bigger, the deeper the sound. That's how the variations work. Manufacturers generally use the mild steel setup with a different kind of setup of wadding inside in order for it to restrict the amount of sound massively because of their regulations of the EU regulations or the manufacturing regulations. So that's why generally you've got the mild steel side of it. With the mild steel product, the metal itself is a easier sound deadener. And obviously they'll want to do a mild steel setup because in 5, 6, 7, 8 years time it rusts and you're gonna have to purchase a new one. Whereas stainless is a lifetime guarantee, and that's why, and it's generally used for the aftermarket market and for the longevity of the lifetime warranty that what people are after. So how it all works. So if you were to look at this, if we were to look in how the fumes work. So if the combustion, the engine was on the one side and the flow was coming through, exhaust forms that were coming through, they would then come through this location here, as this would be the silencer. Okay, as it comes through, it then goes in to see this small little holes that you get in the perforated tube. So the gases then get stuck inside this silencing area. You can imagine how much depth that is. So that's like a 2-inch, 2¼ inch bore size. So you've got all the volume out of this 8.5 by 6.5 inch that compensates for all that sound and deadens the sound. Now, as the fumes go through, the reason for this wire wool is because of the wadding that we apply internally into the box to keep it safe to absorb the sound. The wadding absorbs the sound. The wire wool allows the fumes to get through to the wadding in order for it to do that. That's the reason for the wire wool, right? And that's how it generally, in a nutshell, how it all happens. Fumes come through, go through the perforated tube, past the wire wool protects the wadding deadens the sound, and then it flows all the way through. And that's basically it, guys. That's how silencing works. What do you think? I'm trying my best now, guys. I'm trying my best to give you development, because all I'm getting off you guys is match development. How does it all work? I could easily tell you over the phone, but I thought I'd tell you in a video and show you how it all works here and how much effort gets put into our work here at DKU Performance, because development takes time. And as you guys know, the people that already follow us and have had work done, they know generally it takes, in order for us to start and finish, it takes a longer time instead of us picking up a box with our general, the market that where it is at the moment, with the general guys that do, the exhaust systems, pre-made silencers, they just pick up the box and try to fit it wherever they can. They can't cut it down to size because it's all pre-made, universal silencing. And the biggest thing of it all is, guys, we like to manufacture here in Britain by ourselves, right, to make sure that we give our industry the chance, right, in order for it to grow, right? So we've always made sure that we've had our own silencers made in-house, right, to give you the best quality of work, to make sure our quality of work's 100% and give the industry a chance. So guys, in a nutshell, there you are. It's Madge at DKU Performance. Shortly we'll give you another video about something else. Drop us a message, drop us a like, please subscribe to our channel. I'm trying my best to give you the best content that I can. Guys, I'll see you in the next video.